Hi, my name is Emma Smith. I've travelled down to Glasgow today to speak to the Scottish Recovery Consortium about a subject that's really important. It's very important to me, but as an intensive peer recovery worker, what I do down in there, it's vitally important to the people that I support who are in recovery and still in active addiction. Wellbeing to me is about flourishing. It's about you feeling at your best. It's about you getting the best out of your life. I think it's important to find pieces of well-being from other people. For me, I get a lot of my well-being from being with other people. Connecting to others, having really positive relationships. We're all connected to each other, and I think there's certain times in your life where people will come along for a reason and they'll stay in your life for a while and then they'll leave, and then there'll be other people that stay for the ride, for the long journey. But I think you can learn something from each of them people, and as you grow as a person, and you start to learn more about yourself, and you stop becoming, I think we get weighed down by others' expectations. I think it's about letting go of them expectations sometimes and being your true authentic self, because that's where true wellness comes from. And I think now at the grand old age of 42, after a lifetime of putting bad stuff into my body and not looking after myself, and not looking after myself in any way, shape or form, I think I'm probably the happiest that I've ever been. But for me, exercise can be challenging, especially if someone's on their own, to get out and do it, because it can be really difficult. I know we harp on about having connections and going exercising with friends and stuff like that, but not everyone's got that luxury. Some people live alone, some people don't have many friends or a family, and it's a solo exercise that they've got to do. So it's really good now that we've got, there's good apps that you can put on your phone. I think it's really important for your well-being. I think a lot of people may think that the body and the mind are completely separate, but they're not. They're completely joined, and a lot of what our mind and body do in conjunction with each other gives us an overall sense of mental and physical well-being. I've just started a cold water swimming challenge. Yes, I know that sounds crazy. I'm actually doing it for a really good cause. I'm raising money for Smart Recovery UK, but I'm going in the water every single day. Despite what the weather's like, I'm going in for at least 30 seconds for 30 days. It's been challenging. It's challenged me mentally. It's challenged me physically. It's challenged me socially as well, because I'm having to take time out every day to go and do it. So I'm probably missing out things that I could be doing because I'm having to do the cold water challenge. But actually, it's given me a really good sense of well-being. It's made me realise that the body is really capable and the mind is capable of doing really great things. And I'm actually starting to feel really good. When I come out of the water, I feel like I've been given this electric shock of energy. Another one that we talk about is hugely important is personal responsibility. Taking personal responsibility for your own behaviours, for your own actions. It really contributes to well-being, because it's actually you taking ownership of who you are, and being a self-advocate is huge, and actually articulating your own needs to people without feeling guilty, because I think a lot of the time we think we're being selfish when we're articulating our needs. If you're saying something like, that's what I need, we're not used to that. We're not used to saying that. We're actually, the more you do it, it becomes a natural thing for you to say, and you're like, well, actually, no, that's not for me. I'll have to pass this time. And it is about that. It's about you taking control of your own life and saying, do you know what, that doesn't work for me. But I've had to really work on it. I've had to put a lot of practice into it, and I've had to, really look at my well-being. And how does that shape my life? How does it fit into my life? And everybody can afford 5 minutes out of a day to do something for themselves. I know we're bombarded. We live in a really fast-paced society today. But I think some of us think that it's easy just to get happiness, but it's not. Happiness isn't something that you just arrive at. I think happiness has got to be a combination of things, hasn't it? And you do find happiness in the small things sometimes. Even nipping out and speaking to your friend for 5 minutes about what you did at weekend over a coffee, it all contributes to it. And these small things, they all add up. Educate yourself, sit with people that you've not sat with before, eat food you've not ate before, grow as a person. learn new things, learn new concepts. Even if you don't like it and you don't get it, just try it anyway, because you're not losing anything. Life's too short, and it's just about us being brave, being bold, moving forward, and you do grow as a person, you do, and you become well, and you can stay well. That's the great news. That's the good news. Once you get the hack of it, and you start doing it, you can stay well for a long time. You might never need to go to doctors again. You might not need to go and see a psychiatrist. You might not need to go to a mental health team. You can become stable. You can become happier, more content. But you've just got to make that first move. Lastly, I think I'd like to obviously end on, for me, take what you can from what you've got. Don't overwhelm yourself. Don't expect too much of yourself. Small steps. If you're planning a journey of well-being and you're thinking, I need to change something in my life, don't try and do everything at once. Don't try and lose weight, don't try and quit smoking, don't try and eat better, because I think we can all get really overwhelmed. The start of any journey, it starts with a really small step. So if you're looking to get better and you're looking to feel more well, just make a small step, and you will get there.